I'm Charlette.
And I'm Robin.
And if I love wrestling,
And you love wrestling,
then we love wrestling.
You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?
Welcome to the We Love Wrestling spot. My name is Terry. I'm with Danielle from the Pretty Heels, and today we have two people who just a song come in my head when I'm about to say their name. Never been afraid to say what's on their mind at any given time of day because they some renegades. We got How are you guys doing today?
We're all right. How are you guys?
I'm good.
We're doing good. So usually I ask my first question, but we've been changing it up. So the first thing that we do is a nice little spot we call the put yourself over moment. We like to have you go ahead and let everybody know your social medias. If you got a YouTube page, Facebook, any ways they can support you. If you have a store or anything, we just ask you to put yourself over so our viewers can go and support you guys.
All right. Alrighty. I mean, we just got Instagram and I think my Twitter as well. So my Instagram is going to be robin.renegade and my Twitter is going to be robinw_18. And
My Instagram, I'm Charlette. My Instagram is the same as my Twitter. It's Charlette. Charlette is spelled CHARLETTEW_18 on both platforms.
yes, you guys can always keep up with us there. We're going to post our matches and what we're doing, stuff as training, stuff like that.
Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. W18. Both of you have the W18 in there. That's not my first question, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so the first question I always ask is, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Well, so I'm the first one who actually started wrestling between the two of us, or really watching wrestling. I started watching wrestling in about 2016, 17, so I was really late to the party, you know. But when I started watching it, I kind of fell in love with it. Charlotte came about a year or two down the line, and we ended up started going to all these like wrestling shows, like Raw and SmackDown, and then we finally got to an NXT live show, and we had no idea what like the indies were, anything like that. We loved wrestling. We loved going and watching it. And so we would always go when they were here in Atlanta. And one day we went, and then we got a flyer to go try out and like go to a wrestling school. And we were like, you know what? Why not? You know, we always joked about how fun it looks at home. We should be wrestlers. And then it kind of just fell into our laps. So we went, and I fell in love with it. I can't get enough of it. I like just love it all the way around. And I'm pretty sure Charlotte can say the same about herself.
Oh yeah. For me, what my like first memory of wrestling was the Great Khali like squeezing the heck out of Kurt Angle's head, and it scared the mess out of me. And it started making me and Robin and like my little brother like jump off the top. Like we had bunk beds, so we'd be jumping off the top of the bunk beds. That ended it. We weren't allowed to watch it no more. So I didn't watch it for a really long time until I was about 18 or 19. And I started watching it with Robin and my dad. And one night I sat down, watched SummerSlam for 3 hours, and was like, that was 3 hours of wrestling? There's no way. Like, I just fell in love with it. And then when we finally did start to train, it was just so fun. And it making my body do things that it doesn't normally do is so fun. I just didn't think I could do it until it actually was like given to us.
Kind of felt like home a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I got in the ring and I just loved it. Our coach was like the very next day was like, you guys cool? You feeling okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm feeling great.
No, I
You
was
know?
toe up from the flow up.
All right. I'm going to go there. 2017, 2018. I think that was Robin who said that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happened in 2017 that you remember in wrestling?
I remember my first WrestleMania, and I remember it was a lot of people don't like this match. I remember it being one of my favorite matches because I love Roman Reigns. But it was Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and I think it was 17. I'm not exactly so sure, but I'm pretty sure it was my first WrestleMania, and I watched it, and I remember seeing how everybody hated Roman and everybody loved Brock Lesnar, and then Roman got like busted open. And it kind of just made me fall in love with it, like even more. I was like, wow, for people to like just go out there and give their body up to like really bleed and put on a show and put on a personality for something just for entertainment, just to make someone feel like they're like, give somebody emotion. Does that make sense? Kind of change a life, because it kind of did change my life. You know, I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't have wrestling. And remembering that specific moment was really cool, to just remember that, like, yeah, that kind of just made me love wrestling that much more. A lot of people, I don't know.
Before I kick it to Danielle, you said something, and I just have to ask to see where your head is. You said wouldn't know where you would be without wrestling. So if I asked you, where would you be without wrestling? What would you come up with?
Well, before I started wrestling, I was actually trying to join the Navy. I was signing papers before I decided to be a wrestler, and I decided to be a wrestler because, you know I can't really do that when I'm older. If I decide to go to the Navy, probably in like 4 or 5, however long I wanted to do that, when I got done, I probably wouldn't be able to wrestle. I'd probably be too old, my body too tore up, whatever the case may be. So I decided to put my really truly my kid dream, you know, down for another dream that I didn't realize it was a dream yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think if I decided, like, if I had nothing to do with wrestling and just was a fan, I'd probably be in the Navy, off on some ship right now.
Crewmates.
Yep.
Danielle, I'm gonna let you get in here, and then I'm gonna come back and ask some questions later. We're gonna talk about their renegade style, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so we touched on it briefly, but you ladies are twins. You give me like double dragon vibes. Like, is that how it is? Where you punch one and the other one's like, ow, like, how does it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We kind of have that like twin ability.
For sure.
And when we got on the phone with you earlier, you even said like it was kind of funny because we were like, hey, and we said it at the same time, but that's always been how it's been. I mean, growing up, we were always fighting. You know how sisters are. We're so close, and it like the same age, stealing each other's clothes and makeup and stuff like that. Always fighting, but at the end of the day, like, this is my girl. Yeah, she's not going nowhere.
We're connected at the hip.
Oh yeah,
no
this
matter
is
what.
my best friend forever. Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got.
Can I make them big on the screen, because it's 2 of them and they far away? I want the people to hear.
Yeah. I got it. I saw it popped up on my screen. So with that, I'm gonna, stay in this lane, with you being twins, right? And I understand you're 2 different people, right? You're individuals, and it's so funny that one of your hair is super straight and the other one is kind of like, is that something you make a real conscious effort to make sure that even though you're twins, you want to be, seen individually, or is that something that just is your personalities and it just happens authentically and there's no effort with it?
It's kind of our personalities. I mean, sometimes we try just a little bit harder to kind of make it pop, but naturally I have curly hair, she has straight hair. Naturally I'm super edgy and a little bit mean
I'm super girly, love
Charlotte's
pink. Complete opposites on the spectrum. But we used to play softball, and we used to be seen as like sisters, of course. And I had been playing longer than she had been playing, and people had compared us. So just like in wrestling, we took our skill sets and we made them different. Where I'm more of a strong type of person, like I'm just in there to kick your ass. Robin's a little bit more quick on her feet. So yeah, we take our strong points and try to really work on them, just to kind of make us look different in the eyes of people, because walking down the street, it is kind of hard to tell us apart. Especially when our hair is up in a bun. If our hair looks like this, it's pretty easy. But when it's all
right now,
up,
it's kind of easy to find out who's who.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's super cool. I always said to myself, if I had a sibling, it would have to be a twin. It couldn't be someone older or younger. If they were older, it had to be minutes. It couldn't be like, 5 years older or whatever. So the other thing that I think is and this is unique for me to ask, I'm sure it's been asked in the universe before, but I know you guys are training at the Nightmare Factory. What is it like going in as sisters to the Nightmare Factory? You know what I'm saying? Or going into a wrestling school. Because a lot of tag teams that we see aren't necessarily related. They grew up close, but they can be, two separate families. You guys are twins going into, what is quote unquote, known. This is a school that's known, the Nightmare Factory. It's kind of new, but people know of it, and they've got some pretty experienced people in there. Like, what is it like going in as twins, training together, and like, how do your dreams and aspirations forward translate? Like, are you still seeing each other together, or do you know eventually you would probably have to split?
I definitely think that we're no stranger to, like, things might change. We don't know how exactly we're going to go. Maybe one day we get with someone who doesn't like us together and likes us as separate people. We don't know. But we do know that when we go into the school and we train, it's a unit. We both are together. We have a lot of fun. I mean, we definitely bump heads a little bit.
Oh, no, for sure. We knock heads a lot, especially on ideas of what we want to do. And Robin's a little more progressed in her wrestling than I am, just like psychology of things. So we definitely bump heads there. But ultimately, yeah.
I think we work well.
We work pretty well together. We've had a few times where we get in the ring and we get a little heated. And, as siblings, you can push that boundary just a little bit more than you can with someone else. Like, I can hit her a little bit harder than I can hit somebody else, and she's not really going to be too upset with me.
We can also, I mean, more than that though, I feel like as siblings, we can be able to get in there and communicate with each other that we can't really do that with someone else. We can kind of be more blatant and forward about how we feel about a certain thing, or, if we do need extra help. Like, I remember when we first started training at the Nightmare Factory, we used to go home and like just chain wrestle all night long for hours.
Yeah.
We started taking our first bumps and we would do it on beds. And granted, we're 18 and 19 years old at this point.
Yeah.
So we're still like, we're acting like little kids, and we're taking bumps on beds and couches, and we're trying to like learn how to do this and make it that much better. And like, I feel like with us being able to, start this together and grow together, it makes us feel a better unit and better as like individuals as well.
For sure.
I
But
love
yes,
it.
having a training partner at home that like went home with me, was learning the same type of stuff, definitely did help, like at the very beginning, for our like basic fundamentals of wrestling.
For sure.
That's an asset. We're going to tell everyone else that we speak with, Terry, who's training, tell them, bring their siblings along so that you'll have forever training partners. I'm going to kick it back to you, Terry.
Oh man, now we kick it up. Renegade Twins. I was watching man, it was called Save the Tata, Stop the Leak.
Yes.
Saw a match you guys were in. Just gonna ask, what happened?
What happened was she got me. I got too distracted. We couldn't get the save. She got me with that ripcord, and Charlotte tried to get in at the last second. The ref didn't see it. We got robbed, man.
I don't know. I mean, you can see like in the live feed, you can see me go for like to pull her out. I didn't realize that girl was gonna lay all her weight on top of her. She made it real heavy for me. And I thought I was strong, but when you have two people, like, she's almost dead.
I mean, she knocked
and
me
I'm
out,
trying
dude.
to save her, man. Like, I know she's dead weight, but I just couldn't. By that point, I was so tired, and I had my butt kicked. So yeah,
we got robbed.
But we did get robbed for sure. And if I could have, I would have beat the ref. But hey,
they got robbed. I will ask this though, or make this comment. After you guys got robbed, you you attacked your opponents after the match and went renegade on them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's no rules at that point. The match is over. There's no rules. And you know what I know is that Royal just sat there.
She just watched. So, I mean,
might as well take advantage.
Yeah.
There's no rules. Hence the name, Renegades. We don't follow rules, and we're
loyal to nobody but each other.
I'm here for all of the heel shit, all of it.
We just, we got robbed and it wasn't fair, so we had to get our get back some way or another. So,
yeah, I couldn't just I couldn't let them win on that.
So let's reverse back. I was on YouTube. I was just looking because, before we talk to people, I like to do some research and look up matches. So I saw another match. It was the only match I actually found that you had. It seems like it was right before the pandemic hit. Another tag team match. So when I saw this match, the anger and the fury that you guys have, I love it. Keep it up. But how this name Renegade? How did you come about this? Is it because you guys are angry when you get in the ring? And what's going on?
So family is very big to us, and a lot of I don't know, it's weird. We'll go downstairs, we'll sit down, we'll watch wrestling with mom, dad, and our little brother, and this just happened to be one of those nights that we came home from training and we were like, hey mom, hey dad, we are looking for a name and we haven't been able to decide it. At this point we have been through 60 different names, decided that they were all so basic. We went for Havoc,
Yeah.
we went for the most basic names in wrestling, and my mom was like, well, what's another word for badass? And we were like, I don't know. And so she started looking it up and she was like, what about renegade? And we looked up the definition of renegade, and it's loyal to no one. And that's just kind of how we feel. I'm loyal to my sister, she's loyal to me. But that's about it. I'm not loyal to a promotion. I'm not loyal to any of these other female wrestlers out there. I mean, hey, you step in the ring with us, you're going to get your ass kicked. That's kind of how I feel about it.
For sure. And I mean, I also feel like us as individuals, we're very aggressive people. It's not necessarily anger. It's aggressiveness and intimidation. We want you to be afraid to step in the ring with us. We are so good that you shouldn't even want to step. It's an insult. You know what I'm saying? So when we get in the ring, it's a challenge. You're challenging us, and we're here to teach you that lesson, that we're not there to be challenged. We're not there to be all buddy-buddy. We're here to win a match and show you that we are the best and who we are.
We kind of go into each match with the mindset of a real fighter. This is business. It's time to get it done. So when we come in there, yeah, we're ready to kick ass. I see red, man.
Man, I go make me cry. It's so beautiful. I like it. I love it. Danielle, did you hear when she said that we're not loyal to no company or anything?
I heard it and I'm here for it.
Something I've been saying all summer.
That's how it's gotta be. That's how it's gotta be. That's the type of wrestlers we're here for everyone. We love wrestling. But yes, let's get it in. I don't know, don't flick the hair. I don't want to do all that. What we here for?
Oh yeah, no, all these girls coming out flicking their hair. I'm like, girl, I ain't got time for that. I'm here to whoop your ass and get my paycheck.
That's right. Give me them coins. Fill up the bag.
Yes.
I'm here for all the real heel shit. Yes.
So beautiful. Oh, let me get it together here. Okay. So, Renegade Twins. Let's talk about some twin stuff. Who's better between the two of you?
Uh-oh. Dangerous.
I know.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't really like that question. And
I feel like we're pretty equal in our skill set. I should say. I feel like where one shines in one area, the other is a little bit not so good at the other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're pretty even. We balance each other out. Where she's probably not so good, I'm probably good there. Where I'm
the yin and the yang.
Yes, and that's something that we carried as kids was yin and yang. We just work together, and where I'm not strong, she is strong, and where she's not strong, I am strong. And so that's just kind of our dynamic. That's what I was trying to explain earlier with our different skill sets, is they play off of each other, where we're not weak in any one specific spot because we're both so strong together. Does that make sense?
I'm telling you, double dragon.
Yes.
Double dragon.
I feel what they're saying, but I'm trying to get down into it.
I know, but I like the unity.
I like the unity, but it's there somewhere. We can really find it.
We'll find it one day. Hey, I think the day that some company decides to pit us against each other, we gonna raise some hell,
wild.
And
that's gonna be a wild day. That's gonna be a wild day right there.
Because
it's gonna be a real fight, I know that it'll be a real head-to-head thing. We both know each other so well. We both know each other's moveset so well, and mindsets and just how we feel and think about certain things. So I feel like it'll really be like one of those head to head, like just battles.
I
For
can
sure.
I can only imagine. But see what Terry's doing is Terry does long-term storytelling. That's what Terry's doing. And I
I know
get
what
it.
he's doing. My daddy's done it to us this entire time.
I'm not doing none of that.
Long-term storytelling. That's what he does.
But
Trying to get one of us to slip up. That's what it is.
I was just gonna ask who won more when y'all was growing up. You know, it's always one.
Oh, people do ask that, but it's actually I had this conversation the other day, and where Anthony Agogo asked, he said, "Hey, which one of you and your sister is a better fighter?" And I said, I can't really say her, I can't really say me. I said we both got our shots in at different times. Like, it is what it is. I mean, I walked away with some bruises. She's walked away with some bruises before. It's been pretty even always growing up. It just depends on who is more pissed off in the moment. That's really what it comes down to.
I
Who has
got
more passion for it.
I got it. Christmas time. you
Yo.
get a toy. You really want that toy, Robin, but Charlotte got the toy. Are you beating her up to take the toy?
Most likely, considering how I was as a kid, yes, most likely. I was always the one to hit first.
There it is. We got backstory.
Yeah, she is the one to hit first. I will never hit anybody first. I don't care what it is.
I was the rascal growing up. I was the one that was very headstrong and very opinionated. And if you didn't like my opinion, then screw you. I was very very much the fighter growing up.
So who's older? Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
interesting. And wait, Terry, if I can interject one quick thing, because I'm about the long-term story building. What was the toy that led to to Robin hitting first? What was the toy?
Yeah, what was the toy?
Oh man.
Let's
I
see
can give
what
you
that would
one
be.
good thing. So my granddad got us a trampoline one year, and we went and decided to have a steel cage match, and I locked them inside in the snow for 3 hours, and she got me after that one.
Oh yeah.
She definitely got me after
Fighting
that
over
one.
that one.
But there's never been like one specific toy that we've all had an issue with. I guess like game systems and stuff like that, when you want to play and your brother and sister won't let you off.
A little Barbie dolls here and there. The Barbie doll clothes for sure. Makeup
yeah.
when we were kids. We had like little fake makeup sets when we were kids.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, no. I remember my grandma. I was 12 and Robin was about 10. She hadn't turned yet. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a weird situation. I was really upset. I looked at my grandma. I said, "Why does she get makeup and I get hair glitter?" I get hair glitter, like Disney hair glitter. I was so upset, and I think that was one day that me and Robin both looked at each other and decided to fight.
Yeah.
For sure, over makeup, something so stupid.
You should have suspended the hair glitter and the makeup over the bed and
Yes.
had a.
We definitely should have. That would have been a match, man.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Danielle, keep all this information for a later date. But yeah, we about to go here. Renegade Twins, how long have you guys been wrestling?
2 years. In February on the 19th is our 2-year anniversary.
2 years.
Yep. It does not feel like it.
So let's see. In your 2 years, you've had a few matches. Let's see. If you could pick 3 tag teams and then 2 people individually, if you got in your career that you can face, who would it be?
Wow, that's really hard.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick one. Charlotte Flair and Asuka right now. Those are 2 women that I would love to work with individually, but I'm glad that they're in a tag team, so I don't have to use my individual people. Because I love them both. I think they're both amazing wrestlers, and I love Charlotte Flair's style of wrestling. It's sneaky. I love it. So I definitely think those 2 is one for me.
See, I don't know. There's not very many like women's tag teams out there anymore. I remember
We could put Sasha and Bailey together, maybe.
yeah, but they're sketchy, man. What do you mean? They're sketchy. They're always on and off. They're never together all the time. Like they're sketchy.
Oh, as a tag team,
They're
okay.
sketchy. But yes, I mean, if they were on a good solid day, feeling each other, being friends, yes, I would like to wrestle them. I remember the Twisted Sisters as Thunder Rosa, and I can't remember her tag team partner name. I remember those two. I really would love to wrestle
Yes.
Thunder Rosa for sure.
Yes.
That
Holly.
seems like
100%.
a really good match.
Holly did. Yeah.
And one last tag team. Oh goodness. I would say Diamante and Ivelisse. I know we wrestled Diamante in Empower. In a was it a 6-man tag?
No, it was a
8-man tag.
It was a 4-way tag match. Huh?
Okay, it was a 4-way tag match. My bad. And we did wrestle her, and she led us a lot. And she's a really sweet girl. I love her to death. So I think Diamante and Ivelisse. I think that, yeah. And then my singles person is Shayna Baszler. I love her to death. I
Shayna.
freaking love her. Oh my gosh, she's one of my favorites. Or Rhea Ripley, but she has no singles.
My single, I
Love
would
Rhea.
love to wrestle Sasha Banks. She's actually an inspiration for me. I take a lot of her movesets and like things that she does in her matches. I love her mindset and how fast she moves, and I just like how like she just works. Another person, I guess that would be, I would want to say Becky Lynch, just because she seems like she's like super hard hitting and like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like we would have a good like fight,
Yes.
like a pure fight.
Ooh, I'm a big Robin fan right now. Big Robin. Anybody mention Sasha Banks, I'm just there. So
I love it.
He's definitely a Sasha Banks person.
I love her too. She's definitely an inspiration for me.
Oh, Sasha Banks, your birthday's the 26th. Happy birthday if you happen to see this.
Yes,
Happy birthday!
All right, I'm sorry.
Boo.
All right, that's cool. I'm gonna gotta do this. I don't even know if I can ask them this question because
Go for it. They got it.
all right. The Rocker Stone Cold.
Oh, that's a hard question
Man.
because I know she's gonna pick the Stone Cold and I'm gonna pick the Rock.
But we both love them. Like, it's hard. That's such a hard question, man.
It is a hard question because there's it's such
Okay, but I do love Stone Cold. I love Becky Lynch. I love like their whole thing. I love. I don't know. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
just love Stone Cold. But I also love The Rock. He is a beautiful, beautiful man.
No, not even that. He's just such an entertainer. He's so much like me personally have a really hard time with character and trying to be like bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he just oozes with charisma and just everything. I just love it. He's definitely like just an entertainer for sure. Whenever you watch him on TV, you're gonna be captivated. Like you can't take your eyes off of him.
And I love how Stone Cold's just a Stone Cold badass, basically. He's like, I'm out here to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And I love that. That's my whole mindset with this.
So is it safe to say Charlette is a Stone Cold person
Yes.
and Robin is definitely The Rock?
Yeah.
I kind of figured that was gonna happen though, because looking at you two, I figured that it wasn't. I mean, it's a hard question to answer. Like if you had to pick one,
Yeah,
but I knew
had
that
to
you
pick
guys
one,
were
I would
gonna.
pick Stone Cold, yeah.
If I had
Yeah.
to pick one, it'd probably be The Rock.
But I do agree with everything she had to say. And there's so much you could like teach every person about promos or just character work in general.
I mean, so can Stone Cold. They're both legends. So like, I think
really
a pick
hard.
between two of them is kind of hard.
Big Robin fan right now. Big Robin fan. I'm causing tension right now. But we gonna end this because they start talking about the Rock's looks and all that stuff. And, you
No.
know, I don't really
Stop it, Terry. Don't be jealous.
I mean,
Terry
You
is
know,
jealous.
I don't do all that when people start talking about wrestlers' looks. That don't do nothing for me. You know, I just want to
But
know
they were expressing how they feel. It's not about you. This is their spotlight.
you. But
Hey,
you
you
know
can admire.
I'm not admiring. Never
You
mind.
admire Sasha Banks.
Yes, he does. Very much so.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
He said, look.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Grown ass man, Danielle. I'm grown ass man now. I think I know this, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask this. Are you guys your ethnicity? Are you mixed?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes. We are 3/4 white and 1/4 black. Our dad was half and half, and my mom is completely white.
I've never heard 3/4 before. But
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Like the way you did
That's
it.
why I got this long straight hair, and she's got curly.
so what you? I got a little curly. You know.
His eyebrows have a little twinge, and he considers it curly.
All right, we got it
All right.
right there. Danielle, it's the Renegade Twins, man. Before we leave Renegade, do you guys have any matches or anything coming up?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yep.
Yes, we do. Actually, we have a few matches coming up at AWE this Sunday on the 24th. That's going to be down at the District Atlanta. If anybody wants to, come on through, come watch us have a few matches.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
AWE
AWE, yeah.
Atlanta. Somebody just told me. Oh yeah, someone actually just told me about that show like 3 days ago. The professor gonna be on commentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. We're gonna have a few matches that night, and then we have this super secret show coming up with a few other wrestlers, and that's gonna be on the 7th. I'm pretty sure we're gonna film it and put it out somewhere. That'll
For
be
sure.
that link and all that good stuff will be on our Instagrams and our Twitters. So
They're gonna tell us about a super secret show, and what
yep.
is it going? Never mind. I might say too much. 'Cause I know a little bit of some things, but I don't know. They got a secret show. Look out for Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment this weekend. Hey, they've been putting on some good shows, and if the Renegade Twins are there, they got to be good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Danielle, any last thing? I know I took your last question, but any last questions before we go?
No, I just want to thank you guys for spending the time with us and sharing a little of your experiences with us. It's always interesting. I think this is the first set of twins we've ever spoke with.
Hey.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having us.
For
It was
real,
a good
thank you.
time. We had a good time. I hope you guys did as well.
First off, Danielle's on our platform saying things, so they are the second set of twins.
Are they?
The
Who
first
was
set
the first set of twins?
Well, when they see this, it'll be out. So the first set of twins are the Russell Twins, the Pro Wrestling 2.0 new tag team champions that actually on that. It happened like 2 weeks ago when y'all see this, or a week ago, but
Okay.
it should already be out by the time that this hit the airways. So you can go back and watch the Russell Twins. It might become a tag team or twin Thursday. Who knows when you watch it?
Well, you ladies are my first set of twins that I've sat and had the pleasure to talk with on the spotlight. We'll say that.
Twins.
Well, thank you for having us. I'm glad we could.
Before you guys go, I'm glad we brought this twin stuff back up because there's another set of twins out here, and I want to make this match happen. Have you guys been watching the MK Twins?
No, I don't think so.
Sadly, no. We'll have to look them up though.
They are Samoan. Been training with Rikishi.
Okay.
They've been getting around. Part of the Samoan dynasty. I seen them, and saw you guys about the same time, the end of 2019, I believe I heard about you guys. And the more and more I see what they're doing. I see what you guys are doing. I just think it'll be a stellar match.
Heck
And
For
yeah.
hopefully
sure.
one day it can happen. Not, and if you guys will watch the channel, our viewers, and you see what happens afterwards. So I'm just letting
I gotcha.
the match came out of my mouth first. So Renegade Twins versus the MK Twins, and ooh, yeah, I'm just saying. But
I'll have to look into it
For
See
sure.
what we can do.
oh, never mind. But Danielle, I want to thank you for joining us.
Oh,
Robin,
no problem.
Charlette.
Thank you.
I don't know many twins, but the twins I do know, you guys are ranking high up there. And after this conversation, I'm hyped to see where you guys' career go. Wish you guys all the best. Hopefully, we come across each other. Who knows? No, I won't be in Atlanta this weekend, but somewhere down the line, you might see me.
Awesome.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you for having us. This was quite an opportunity and quite an experience. This is our first ever podcast too. So thank you guys.
Oh, no problem.
The honors, man.
He's so sensitive.
Because, man, like, when you hear about stuff and, because I'm Gary B. Danielle voice for a second. Here we love wrestling. So, we follow things and we watch so much wrestling around here. So, when you see two people and you see them wrestling, then you finally get to talk to them. Then they tell you it's their first pod. Look, all you podcasts who deal with us and y'all see this, reach out to the Renegade Twins and get their names out there. So we can get them out there.
Definitely.
This is their first one. Get their names out there, please. But we're going to wrap it up because I might go off if I keep going. As I always say, this is the closing. I'm Terry. And if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet.
Hi to you.
Hey guys, how you doing? You should be here.
You should.
Shame on you, but have a nice day.